Hey guys, this is Chris with BlindManzBluff Gaming and welcome to Horde 3.0 Volume number 2. If you're interested in Volume number 1, check out the channel. Also, if you like this video and it helps you, definitely appreciate a like. And if you have any tips or tricks you want to share, please leave them in the comments below. If you are looking for more tips, tricks, guides, first impressions, and game reviews, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Alright guys, let's hit it. Now these first two tips are going to be general tips, and then after that I'll have a guide for the soldier, specific tips for his class that will help you kick some major, Okay, tip number 1, Pouncers. Precision weapons like the HAMMERBURST and pistols work better because the damage is concentrated. Tip for the HAMMERBURST: it also works well against bosses, especially for the soldier because he has assault rifle damage buffs. And to deal with the Pouncer, you can also stick the Pouncer with grenades, and be careful if you're the soldier with grenade damage because you get downed. And the second way you can deal with them is the boomshot or any explosive weapon. Now, tip number 2. Control the spawns. You'll notice that at the beginning of a wave, if your team is too far apart from your base, the enemies will spawn next to your base or behind you. If you're just kind of aware of that as the round begins, you'll learn where you can stand and really funnel them into one area that you want. Now, boss waves. The first way is the easiest way, is to level up your fabricator and have man turrets for boss waves. To do this, you'll need to keep building throughout the game in order for your turrets to be strong enough on higher levels. Now, tip for this: having your scout equip the bonus power deposit skill and allowing them to pick up the power during combat, which gives you double power, will give you tons of bank. Now, if that doesn't work for whatever reason, or you get a boss that's a real pain, if you keep failing against a certain boss, just wipe until you get the boss you want. The boss is random in Horde 3.0 and will change. Now, the most important thing is that you protect your emplacements from taking damage or getting destroyed until you get the boss you want. Step 1. Before the wave begins, set grenade traps if you have them. Step 2. At the beginning of the wave, identify the boss. If it's not the boss you want, run out of the base to protect your emplacements from taking damage or being destroyed. Step 3. Circle the map to get kills and collect power. Now, this can be a lot easier on waves, maybe 1 through 20 versus later waves, but hey, free power. Now, tips for the soldier. Tip number 1, drop the Lancer or swap it out. The Lancer is an overall good weapon at close and medium range, but for the most damage you need to specialize. Now, for medium range, use the HAMMERBURST. It's very accurate and does a ton of damage per bullet. It also is very effective against Pouncers and bosses. Tip: you'll find them on the ground everywhere after wave 5. Now, for close range dominance, pick up an Enforcer submachine gun. You'll find them wave 1 already from the Shepherds. The Enforcer will beat shotguns and chainsaw charging grunts up close. Now, tip: when I'm running around, I'll have the Enforcer equipped, just because if you played Horde at all, you'll notice that you could just get random swarm that come out of nowhere and chainsaw you in the back or show up and stick their shotgun at you. Now, tip number 3. If I'm not running around with an Enforcer, I also like the Retro Lancer, especially for execution, because you don't get stunned like you do with the chainsaw. Tip number 4. If you want grenade plant kills, you'll need the grenade damage skill equipped. Plants work fine in waves 1 through 10. but after that they'll be hit and miss without the damage buff. Tip: if you do have extra grenade damage, do not again stick pouncers or any other weapon or any other enemies, and you will get downed or turned into chum. Tip number 5: how to increase your DPS, your damage per second. Step 1: equip the assault rifle damage skill. Step 2: now this is if you have those skill slots open, of course, but skill number 2 would be to equip the assault rifle clip size skill, and skill number 3 would be equip active reload damage boost. Now, depending on your skill level, if you can hit active damage every time, I would consider putting that as my second skill, but this is just how I have it set up, and it works really well for me. Now, tip number 6: at higher difficulties, equip the cover boost skill. Now, as a soldier, your job on the battlefield is you are a slayer, and if you get pushed back, the whole team is going to struggle. So having the damage or the damage mitigation makes a big difference as far as how long it takes you to recover, and can you hold your position without getting pushed back. Now, tip number 7: set up kill zones. Use your grenade plants to lock down a spawn and create a kill zone. On certain maps like Dam, enemies will spawn in the same place, now provided other players are not there. Now, tip: if possible, have an ammo box nearby to restock grenades. And another tip: try and hit an active reload a few seconds before the wave begins. Anyways, guys, I hope these tips help you out. I hope you're having a lot of fun with Horde 3.0. And, hey, stay awesome.
Scion incoming! Ha 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 ha!